It seems the face of Denver is changing every day with new neighborhoods and new names and new buildings popping up everywhere. Denver and Colorado may see a bit of a slowdown in 2019, but it looks to remain a hot topic of conversation. Natasha, let's make a quick one of this. Growth in Denver, especially the whole urban corridor, it's a huge issue. How does that change in 2019, if at all?
I think it just becomes more of a heightened issue. This will be the issue in the mayoral race, I believe. I also think that the news from the Amazon bid is not over. I think the sites that were identified there are going to be hot spots of activity for potential developers. I think the neighborhoods in transformation are going to continue to be in transformation. And this could be a weekly topic on this show as a result.
Patty, I figured this whole idea of renaming neighborhoods had jumped the shark when I saw a sign near Sloan's Lake, and it's like, "Welcome to Slow High." I was like, no, we just have to, at some point, just draw a line in the sand. Does 2019 draw a line in the sand at stupid nicknames for neighborhoods, or are we just in for more?
Oh, the developers will be marketing new ones. For an example of what we're up against right now, the La Loma site in Jefferson Park, which has been booming, they just came up with a new plan, 15 stories on that site. They're not going to have a parking place, and there's plenty of room. There's not going to be a parking place for every unit. And if you look at those streets, and there's streets like it all over Denver, so congested already, and that's going to be heading downtown over what's going on in the Platte Valley with all Elitch's redevelopment. So people at a certain point are just going to say, sometimes we need cars, sometimes we need to get into our houses. Can we at least have reasonable development?
David, does our considerable growth create a pushback on those folks that just want bike lanes?
You can have bike lanes that are sensibly designed. You shouldn't have the ones like the Mayor Hancock inflicts, which are more for the purpose of obstructing traffic than for easing the flow of bikes. They tried that in Boulder. It didn't work well. The bike lanes on Broadway are a bad idea for a major arterial. You can put the bike lanes on Acoma, which would be safer for the bicyclists and everybody else. So I think that's going to be a big issue is the mayor's anti-mobility record.
Eric, does it become this hinge issue for folks who want to not only run against the mayor but find something where Denverites might be angry about something? They're happy and generous when it comes to tax initiatives, but some of them, I imagine, are pretty ticked off about how Denver is growing.
Oh, it is the issue. If Michael Hancock is vulnerable, if somebody else is going to rise, as we discussed, it is around this issue. Yes, there are police and sheriff issues and some other things that particularly mobilize and activate the minority communities and others. But growth, congestion, the character of Denver is the issue of this election. My prediction would be that Kansas City is not the only city in 2019 that uses Denver sort of as a negative example of who we don't want to become. Let's maintain our own character.